If you're flying to the UK this September or October, stop before you watch one more what to do after landing video, because most of them are about to send you on a scavenger hunt for something that doesn't exist anymore. They'll tell you collect your BRP card from the post office near your university within 10 days of arriving. That instruction was correct for years. In 2026, it's flat wrong. There's no card, there is no post office collection. If you go looking for one, you'll waste a week of your first month in the UK chasing a document the UK government stopped issuing. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what actually happens now before you fly at the airport and in your first weeks in the UK under the UK's new digital-only immigration system. Here's the simple version. The UK has moved from physical proof of your visa to fully digital proof. Since 15th July 2025, every student visa applicant on a course longer than 6 months stopped receiving that yellow sticker in their passport, what was called a vignette. And biometric residence permits, the plastic card, have been phased out completely for new applicants. In their place, you get something called an eVisa. It's not a document you can hold, it's a digital record sitting inside a UK VI account linked directly to your passport number. Your visa status hasn't changed. You're exactly as approved as you always were. What's changed is only how you prove it. No plastic, no sticker, no stamp, just your passport and an online account. So here's what you actually need to do in order before you board your flight. Step 1. Wait for the email. After your visa decision comes through, UK VI sends you an email with instructions to set up your UK VI account. Do not try to create this account early. The system needs your visa decision linked first, or it simply won't work. Step 2. Create your account at the gov.uk. You will need your visa application reference number. That's your GWF or UAN number and your passport details, a working email address and a phone number you will still have access to once you're in the UK. Step 3 is to download the app called UK Immigration ID Check. This is not optional. You'll use it to scan your passport chip and take a live selfie so the system can match your face to your travel document. Step 4, and this is the one students skip. Before you fly, log back in and confirm your eVisa is visible under View and Prove, and that's linked to the exact passport you're traveling on. If there's a mismatch, fix it now, from home, not at the check-in counter. Now, what actually happens when you land? There's no counter where someone hands you a card. Border Force checks your status digitally, either through an e-gate reading your passport or an officer checking your e-visa record directly. Keep your passport in your hand luggage, not your checked bag, because you may still be asked questions even after using an e-gate. And here's the part most students don't expect. Airlines check the same digital record before you even board in India. So if your e-visa isn't linked properly, the problem shows up at check-in in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, not in the UK. That's exactly why step 4 from the last section matters so much. Confirm it before you fly, not after. Quick note here, if you'd like someone to actually check your visa setup and documents before you travel, that's exactly the kind of pre-departure review we do at Maven Consulting Services, which is commission-free, and we've been doing this since 2011. Link is in the description. Now, let's talk about what actually catches students after they have landed, because this new system creates a few traps nobody's warning you about. Trap 1 is your passport gets renewed. If you renew or replace your passport at any point before you fly or years later in the UK, your eVisa stays linked to your old passport number. You must update your new passport details in your UK UI account, or carriers and border checks won't find your status. Trap 2. No card means no card for anyone else either. Landlords, banks and employers used to check your physical BRP. Now they ask for a share code, a one-time code you generate from your account that proves your status for 90 days. Learn to generate one before your first flat viewing or bank appointment, not during it. Trap 3 is losing access to your account. Your UKVI account is tied to a specific email and phone number. Change your Indian number without keeping access, or forget your login before traveling, and recovering it from inside the UK takes real time. Trap 4 is assuming your dependents are covered the same way. Dependent visas aren't always issued identically to yours. Check each family member's process individually rather than assuming. Trap 5, trusting an old video. Any collect your BRP content filmed before mid-2025 is describing a system that no longer exists for you. Always cross-check against the current gov.uk eVisa page before you act on anything. So here's your action plan. Wait for your visa decision email, set up your UKVI account and complete the ID check app. Confirm your eVisa is linked to the passport you're flying on. Learn to generate a share code before you need one. And if your passport ever changes, update it immediately. This is genuinely one of the biggest quiet changes in UK immigration in years, and most study abroad content hasn't caught up. Now you have. And if you want your visa documents and eVisa setup reviewed properly before you fly, that's what we do at Maven Consulting Services since 2011. Link is in the description. If this helped, hit like. It helps this reach more students heading to the UK this intake. Subscribe, because every week we break down exactly what's changing in study abroad policy before it catches you off guard. See you in the next video, and until then, safe travels and keep working for it. Hit the bell icon now, because if you don't do that and you're a study abroad aspirant for 2026 or 2027, you will miss all our regular updates on study abroad. So to make sure you don't miss any of your videos, hope you've subscribed to the channel. If not, hit the subscribe button now and make sure you click on the bell icon, which is very important. Thank you for watching our video. I'll see you soon in the next video.